June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and with only a couple of days left in the month, we want to shine a light on their well-being.
Joining us this morning is our mental health expert, Dr. Sheryl Ziegler. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
When you talk about mental health issues, especially for men, what are some of the top things that you're looking for or you would want people to really be paying close attention to?
Yeah, so there's three top mental health issues for men, which are depression, anxiety, and substance use. And what you're looking for, so in signs of depression in men, it can look like sadness, but it actually probably more often looks like anger and irritability and a sleep pattern that's off. So again, people think of depression as this, I feel hopeless, and there can be that, but a lot of times men have more of the mood side of it. So it is a mood disorder. So that's what you're looking for in men in terms of depression. With anxiety, men feel a lot of pressure around finances, taking care of their families, being achievers.
So societal pressures that have always been put on them, right?
Absolutely. So it can be different than, let's say, women. They think about different things that might, be driving their anxiety. So for men, if you have a man in your life or you're your own self and you're thinking about all these pressures with anxiety, there's a lot of somatic symptoms. So there could be headaches and fatigue and sore muscles, and again, that disruption in sleep. And then substance use. We really know that men are more prone to deal with their stress by going to alcohol or drugs. So I always think of it as men don't tend to go to the doctors very often, and they don't tend to seek out mental health treatment. So it's oftentimes the people around them that go, oh wait, I'm looking at these signs, maybe I think you're drinking more often, or you do seem more irritable. I think it's really about the people around that we have the influence or power, hopefully, to say, maybe go and reach out for some help.
I want to follow up on what you said that, men go to the doctor less or go see a therapist less. Why is that?
Yeah, well, I think it's a societal thing as well, and culturally, we've come a pretty long way with, boys don't cry, that kind of message. I think we're moving past that. We're really not totally past that. So I think it's that sense of, am I weak? Will I be perceived as, maybe I'll lose my job? Will I be perceived as somebody who's not stable? And I think in general, men have that sense of, I need to be a rock. I need to be stable and reliable. And so although they won't seek out treatment, they'll go maybe sometimes do things that are destructive in other ways, like relationships or harming their own selves through just not being healthy.
It's that stigma that's always surrounded men, which is why, we have such an interesting friendship, because you're the strong one and I'm the one that cries really fast.
I mean, I cry all the time too, so. But you were sharing some things about the suicide rates. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I mean, men are almost double the likelihood of actually following through on suicide, and there's unique age ranges. So men like 45 to their early 60s are most vulnerable, and then we also then look at and we go, oh, but also young men are really at risk as well. So it's sort of like younger, meaning 18 to 24, I've talked about a lot, highly lonely. These are highly lonely, disconnected people that need community. And then that 44 to 60s, what we're looking at is usually, again, familial pressures. And so we are worried about that. And access to firearms, we know, increases the likelihood. So again, if you're worried about somebody who might be depressed, is not in a good place, or is using substances, maybe they've said suicidal things, or you just have that sense, and there's firearms in the house, truly, it is effective to remove the firearms, more than just even lock it up. Remove them, because it only takes a split-second decision or a moment of stress to have a tragic outcome.
We don't want that for sure, And going back to the substance abuse, I've even worked really hard to remove certain things from my vernacular. Like when I've had a hard day, to say, oh, I need a drink. Like I don't, I don't want that as an example for anybody out there too.
That's right.
The coping mechanisms that are almost like mainstream that you have to think twice about, to be like, why would that be?
Because it's so ingrained in our,
like why is that your go-to? Yeah,
absolutely. I just was writing this piece about kids and what they see with alcohol, and that's one of the things they'll see in their parents. They'll say, oh, well, they go to alcohol. I hear them say it. I see them do it. That's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
So it's really subtle, but it is a really good point of, we don't want to model that for kids, and we also just don't want to sort of accept it for each other. It's really normalized.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Dr. Ziegler, appreciate the conversation. Definitely one worth having, so thank you.